Hello everyone, welcome back. BogMod here. Last time, the clones were killed by Marius because, stupid contrived reasons mostly. Not a fan of it. I'm gonna pretend, as far as I'm concerned, it's a really bad bit. To me at least. When there's no views, but like, wow. It's just so out of character. So different to everything else. And so poorly, just ham-fisted forced to happen.
No need to rush.
Definitely hurts the quality of the story the game was going for. Anyways. Let's go over here then. Ugh. I hate it. I hate it. It was dumb. Terrible. Stupid. Let's do another little... Let's go check on his mom. And Jules and your friends. All your little friends. There's nothing to be sorry about, Mom. Oh well. That's how powerful our mother-son bond is, isn't it? Aww. I like her. Out of the cathedral. Alright. Cry boo-hoo-hoo. Yes, give me this nice little scene to help me forget about the terrible, terrible mass murder we just saw happen before our eyes. Trust him. Your father would never leave without a good reason. Wow. Pamela, people can be wrong. I'm going to say that this is not a healthy amount of trust. Just to meet a mother. Especially not yours, young man. Well, let's go to the cathedral. Baldock Cathedral, the hieroglyph church. Father Ralph. About Credo. For them. Do you know anything in System L? A strange man. Tell us, tell us! Old medical records. Here thing. Ancient shrine outside of town. Alright. We've been to a few Norse shrines, actually. Didn't do anything. But we're close. Yeah, I gotta visit him. Oh, Dad's gonna figure out how to keep him alive, I bet. So is it the southern one? It was. I mean, it would make sense that there's some way to keep Jules alive, because it would be weird if that, with his disease, always having to clone him over and over and over again.
Dad.
Jules, how did you know I was here? Is there something you all needed to speak with me about?
It's been a long time.
How about your
So I
wife,
know how
buddy?
difficult it is to see her. Either way, you know Mom's never going to stop looking for you.
Ah, so she did see me. I should have been more discreet.
If you don't mind me asking, Dr. Noah, what are you doing here?
Ah, right. Do you see this plaque behind me? Inscribed on it is a record of diseases throughout history. I came to see if I could find anything useful.
Oh, I see. You were looking for a way to cure Jules.
Yeah,
What?
of course. And presumably, yeah. I mean, we saw the picture. Jules, your original, the person that you were based on, did not have the disease.
Am I really that transparent?
You were standing up all fine.
Still,
I'm pretty sure.
this might be a good opportunity for me to explain everything to you all. You deserve to know what happened. It was many years ago, long before I knew anything about homunculi. I came to learn of an institution that fostered war orphans. That was where I first met you, Jules.
I was a war orphan?
We know about this, remember? Prillis, she had to let you guys all go to fight the Nox alone?
Yes. Aprilis had entrusted the four of you to that orphanage.
Yeah.
She couldn't take care of you on her own. It was her last resort.
That's understandable.
Indeed. It was in that orphanage where we met Jules. You should have seen how happy Pamela was. After all, she couldn't bear children of her own.
Mom couldn't have children?
Lord knows he tried. Meh. I know, it's a sad moment.
But I know that she loved you more because of it. The years after we adopted you were the happiest of our lives. When you became ill, it devastated your mother. That's when I promised her that I would find a cure for you.
Dad.
One day, in my desperate search to find a treatment, a man approached me. That man was an alchemist named Zola.
The first alchemist, you mean? Get his title right, it's only polite.
Papa.
He told me who he was and asked for my help in his alchemy research. It was then he revealed to me that you, Jules, were a homunculus. I thought that if I helped him, I would eventually find a way to cure your disease.
Yep.
I had no idea.
Makes complete sense.
But why did you have to leave us?
The hero you were created from suffered from the same disease as you. I surmised that the hero's body would lead me to more clues about the disease. However, Zola kept a firm grip on his research. As a condition for becoming his adjutant, I was forbidden from leaving the prison.
Dad.
That seems a weird deal. Ah, sir, why don't you help me? Well, if I help you, do I get access to your research because of the kid I'm trying to save? No! Well, but I will require that you stay locked up in the jail forever. Well, I see no downsides to this deal.
It's not your fault, Jules. Being sick isn't ever anyone's fault.
Well, I mean, there's a few idiots out there that I think we can say otherwise.
Believe me, my deepest regret is leaving you and your mother without saying goodbye.
Which I could have done.
Jules, there's something you've been wanting to say, isn't there? You don't have to wait anymore.
Oh, apparently, I was, as I mentioned, I was looking up to see if the whole thing about the murder of all the innocent clones, which again, remember, they had souls. They weren't just like weird flesh puppets. Anyways, apparently Yufa is very unpopular because apparently the whole Felix thing is her having a boyfriend. And it was like, oh, alright, well. And people hate the idea of someone being in a happy, committed relationship, I suppose.
Yufa.
Dad. To tell you the truth, there were many things I wanted to say to you when I saw you again. I wanted to tell you how much I despised you. How much I hated you.
And I still do.
Now, how could I say any of those things?
You left your wife and child without saying goodbye. You inflicted indescribable emotional harm.
Jules.
Thanks, Dad. For taking care of me. For being my dad.
For helping the villain orchestrate all of this horrible stuff.
And for trying to find a cure for me. Thank you.
Jules.
As a doctor, it would be imprudent of me to be too optimistic. But I'm progressively coming to understand your disease. There's still a chance for a cure. I will do everything in my power to save you.
Dad.
Oh, even Credo doesn't have any comments about all this.
Good thing you two finally hashed it out. Hey, by the way, what kind of research were you helping Zola with exactly?
I was looking for ways to extract memories from a person's soul.
Oh, that's all.
That research allowed me to create the primordials and monsters from Adol's memories. I imagine Zola plans on taking this research even further.
Demons.
Even further.
But what about Shadowlord? I thought you two were working together.
You must mean how Shadowlord gathered those with desirable talents in the prison. That was Zola's plan all along. He was merely using Master Shadowlord.
Was a clone.
Zola was the one who truly needed them. In spite of that, he rarely shows himself in the prison nowadays. I'm afraid even I don't know what he planned on doing with them.
Whatever it was, I'm sure it wasn't anything good.
Oh, it's gonna be a big old giant multi-stage boss fight, I bet.
Zola is an unforgiving man, if his treatment of Shadowlord was any indication. But if you asked me if he were evil, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
I mean, I could.
He sincerely believes his actions are just, regardless of the implications.
Yeah, that has no... just because you think you're doing right does not mean you are. Evil people have felt that way.
You mean he's a whack job, the kind you stay away from?
That may be true. I admit, I have my fair share of blame for your hardships, Monstrums. For that, I apologize.
We'll go with it wasn't your fault. Why
I
not?
understand that an apology alone is not enough for me to be forgiven, but I will work to set things right.
Dad.
I'll go see your mother soon, Jules. You have my word. My son is fighting his best even when sick. It's only right that I work just as hard. After it's all over, we'll go back to how it was. You, me, and your mother. Crimson King. No. Adol. Zola is profoundly fascinated with you.
He's not the only
You
one.
have no reason to trust me, but I suggest that you be careful. Now then, it's nearly sunset. I'd better return to the prison. You'll have to excuse me.
Dad, you be careful too.
Yes, I will.
Hey, Good for you, Jules.
Yeah, thanks. I should thank you guys too.
We're all happy for you, Jules. Your dad is a good person after all.
I believe there is
I mean-
much I can learn from him as well.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's alright. Can we go back to town now?
He's just the innocent scientist to us, who just wanted to save his kid and caused who knows what harm in the process. That's always the complication with those sorts of things and how they're forgiving. It's like, you know, yeah, just because you had a good, you know, it's the proverbial, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, right? I mean, how much of, how many things, yeah, like, you know, if he had personally made those clones, that Marius then had to kill, how much impact would that have had on how forgivable he was? What if he was the one who killed them all instead of Marius? Alright? That, you know, it was necessary, but would we still call him a good guy then? And now you're lying to your mother. Of course, but I imagine I can hazard a guess. I think she should be like, you know what? Screw him. It's been 3 years, not a word. Or I'm going to move on with my life. Should I cheat for everybody? Ooh. Well, she's nice at least, but I'm not sure I agree with her sentiments. Yeah, we were hiding something from her anyway. With that understanding, I bet she'd be fun. Yeah. It's a manufactured conflict. I think so.
That went well enough.
The requests done. To the dandelion, yeah, maybe. But what about? What if I did a few more side? Well, actually, I want to try to get 100 Nox.
Here they come. Up to you. It's over.
So, which I think I might do off screen, and we'll see if I can get access to that final zone down here. Yeah, something's over there after all. Thank you for watching. See you all soon for more.